them, you can see a coupon for $25 off an antimicrobial treatment from Dalton's. And Ed, you've used them before.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And
very certified. Very satisfied.
Yeah, good people. They came to your work and did it. They're not NADCA certified. They've got experienced staff, recommended by Joe Gannon, the appliance doctor, who's no longer with us here at this station anyways. But when clean air matters, call Dalton Environmental Cleaning, 877-DALTONS. And good folks. I like working with them. So let's move on to CNN's outrage. And this really started this week when we'd seen Donald Trump when he did the play acting World Wrestling Federation, whatever, with Vince McMahon, right? And that made the rounds way back at the beginning of the campaign. Well, this time, a young boy, and I kind of think it was almost a setup, right? If you want to put your conspiracy
he's not the 15-year-old.
You think it's somebody else?
No, the 15-year-old was a misdirection. This guy's an older guy because I saw him on TV.
Okay.
They actually released his picture.
Oh, okay. So he put out the meme, and he just stuck the CNN logo on Vince McMahon's face, and he gets beaten up, right?
Yeah.
And so CNN gets all hypocritical about it. Oh, you're inciting violence, blah, blah, blah. Really? Come on. It's a meme, number one. So the great meme war started with a shot across the bow from this guy, and he puts it out there. And they get totally hypocritical and crazy about it. You know,
we're going
to dox him. We're going to release his information to the world and let people hate. You know, if it were me, if I were smart enough and good enough to put a meme like that, I managed to do just a meme, not a video. I don't know how to do the video stuff. But I took Chet from. Oh God, I can't remember that. Anyways, go to my website. You'll see it there. I won't go into detail. But anyways,
well, have you seen the competition that InfoWars, Alex Jones, he's giving out a $20,000
meme gift
for the best who comes up for the best one along these lines, and there's a compilation.
So if you're on Twitter and if you're on Facebook, the meme videos that are out there now, these little GIFs, whatever they call them, GIFs, are out there, and it's from every movie imaginable where somebody's getting roughed up or beat up or whatever, and you want to talk about a backfire. Yeah. CNN's ratings are down. They are the lowest they've ever been, I think. Somebody said they're like number 19 in video ratings. Or
they need a good war
ratings.
Somewhere to cover a missing airliner or something.
I don't have an answer for them. If I were a board member or I was a major stockholder at CNN, I would be calling for the head of Jeff Zucker, right? And I would be asking every one of these people that work there to be stepping down. You're gone.
The nothing burger people.
Yes. You people need to go away because you know what? You're going to go out of business. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I like what Greg Gutfeld, because he's grown on me. I didn't like Greg Gutfeld.
I like him.
I didn't like him at first either. But
he's the only reason I watch The Five now. Is it?
No. I like him because he's grown on me. I've come to understand him. And he was kind of a never Trumper guy, too, at first, you know.
Yep.
But I think he sees now, and he's still not a Trump fan, but he kind of understands.
He's one of those guys I was just talking about. He just said it the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I was not for Trump, but man, this guy is what we need.
He's doing what needs to be done. Yep. But he had a nice take on the stupidity of CNN and this meme war thing. Derek, you've got track 3 ready? Let's play that because I love Gutfeld's reaction here.
Oh, I'm getting the vapors. CNN actually issued a statement about this video saying it incites violence, as if it were a Shakespearean adaptation where the president's being murdered. Fareed Zakaria of CNN called that a masterpiece. Even sadder, CNN's hairless hall monitor, Brian Stelter, asks if Trump violated Twitter's hateful conduct policy in order to get him thrown off. The turgid tattletale said this.
Even if some people think it was just funny, it is being taken very seriously. We're going to keep asking Twitter that question, whether they believe it violates their terms of service. If you read the terms of service, you might think it does.
He's like the student who reminds the teacher that she forgot to assign homework, or the dorm RA who calls security because you're having too much fun and he wasn't invited. Lighten up, Francis. But the worst part in this is how CNN got taken in again. Don't they know that pro wrestling is fake? It's not a real fight. Trump and Vince, we're play fighting. What is it with CNN? Can't they tell real from unreal? The fight's as phony as the Russian collusion story. They fell for that one. And so they try to get Trump banned from a tool of free expression, one that enhances his transparency. I guess CNN can't stand the competition. Meanwhile, you know what I did when I first saw the tweet? I laughed. I showed it to my brother-in-law, who laughed. He showed it to his wife. She laughed. Then we had breakfast. Because that's what normal people do. While the media pretends it's the end of the world knows better.
Which is more fake, CNN
or the memes?
World Wrestling?
That's right. It's pathetic. It's almost disturbing, that a major company that used to be so well respected has devolved into such a political propaganda arm that's enraged because somebody would fight back. I mean, that's why we voted for Trump. We wanted somebody to fight back against this crap that you've been shoveling on us for decades now.
My take on it when I first saw it was Trump took down CNN. It wasn't Trump will take down. And I think there's a distinction here. It isn't if the position was go after them, that would be a different thing. But I think what that GIF was, or the meme was it was showing that he took them down. He owned them. It wasn't for that we should be aggressive against them. It was just he brought them down. That's what the whole thing was about. He brought them down.
Yeah, I mean, he is manipulating the media like nobody else's business. And you and I were talking during the break. Is there a method to the madness? Because I wish I did have the time to go back and look at every one of those tweets that the media seized on and look behind the scenes, either at executive orders or administrative movements or something going on in the legislature that happened. And was there a cover? Did he do it on purpose to take the media's attention away from what he was actually doing? Because let's be executive orders, man, he's accomplished a lot. Maybe not so much legislatively, and that's the fault of Mitch McConnell, number one, who won't use 51 votes. And it's the fault of Paul Ryan, who I believe is frankly just a coward. And the last thing I want to talk on here, because I want people to react and call their congressmen and I was hoping to ask Tim this today. An expert says North Korea's missile threat could extend much farther than currently believed. After North Korea launched its last intermediate ballistic missile, and they're saying when it could go as far as Alaska. Some analysts warn that North Korea has the capability to make a nuclear warhead hit not only Alaska, but much farther. There is evidence to suggest that North Korea is currently able to strike not just Alaska, but the West Coast and beyond. And it's because they're picking up the pieces of these things, right? And they can look at them. Mm-hmm. So if nothing else, make a call this week to your EMP to the congressmen and senators and say we need to get our grid protected. This should be an easy bipartisan vote. Tell your congressmen and senators to get the electrical grid.
I just heard today that Ted Koppel has a book about it, warning us.
He does.
That's amazing. Talk about bipartisan.
Yeah. All right. Until next week, go to thedailydrift.com, www.thedailydrift.com. It's the news
you need to know.
Thank you much. All right. See you next week.